Eli Mercer strode into the throne room, boots echoing on polished obsidian floors. Towering guards in iridescent armor flanked him, their clawed hands twitching toward halberds. The air hummed with incense and a low vibration of hidden chimes. "Kneel, human!" Chamberlain Rokel intoned from the dais steps. The alien's multifaceted eyes gleamed under his hooded robe. Protocol demands it before Queen Sereth Vale. Eli halted 10 paces from the throne. He scanned the chamber. Vaulted ceilings etched with bioluminescent vines, nobles in scaled finery lining the walls. A rival lord, Vekran Osset, smirking from the shadows. No written edict specified genuflection for human envoys. "I kneel to no one without a clause in the draft treaty," Eli said. Page 47, subsection 3, mutual respect in ceremonies. Show me the amendment. Rokel's mandibles clicked. Whispers rippled through the court. The Kran leaned forward, his crest flaring in amusement. Queen Sereth Vale rose from her throne of fused crystal and bone. Her scales shimmered emerald and gold, tail coiling like a spring. She towered 7 feet, exoskeleton reinforced with jeweled bands. Princess Thalia stood at her side, lithe and silver-scaled, eyes narrowed in calculation. Bold words for a diplomat begging alliance, Sereth said. Her voice resonated, laced with subsonic tones that prickled Eli's skin. Your fleet blockades our trade lanes. Your council demands tribute. Yet you quibble over knees? Eli met her gaze. Protocols prevent misunderstandings. We've lost wars to bad contracts. Sign the clause, and I comply. Rokel thrust a data slate forward, impudent. The Queen's word is law. Vekran Osset stepped from the sidelines, robes swirling. The human insults our sovereignty. Declare the treaty void, that his ships starve. Thalia's tail flicked, brushing her mother's. She said nothing, but her claws flexed. Sereth silenced them with a raised hand. Enough, human, your competence amuses. Earth sends engineers as envoys. Diplomats who build bridges, Eli replied. Literal and otherwise. The Queen's eyes narrowed, pupils dilating to slits. She leaned forward, throne creaking. Human, are you ready to marry my daughter? Gasps echoed. Thalia stiffened, scales paling to pearl. Vakran's smirk vanished. Eli blinked once. The proposal hit like a hull breach. Arranged unions sealed pacts in Vale's space. Dynastic glue for fragile empires. Refusal meant war. Acceptance bound him forever to an alien princess he'd met twice, in hollow calls. Marriage, Eli echoed. He kept his voice level, mind racing through variables, compatibility metrics, cultural, biological, political. No data, Sereth's tail lashed. Immediate answer. Bind your blood to House Vale. Secure the treaty, or leave empty-handed. Vekran pounced. He hesitates. Proof of human deceit. My house offers a pure alliance. Silence. Sereth snapped. Her gaze pinned Eli. Speak. Eli straightened. Panic served no one. Treat it like a prototype. Test before commit. No, not without review. The court erupted. Guards advanced. Halberts lowering Rokel hissed. Treason! Thalia spoke at last, voice sharp as shattered glass. You refuse my hand. After begging aid against the Khazari horde, Eli faced her. Not refuse. Verify. Grant 24 hours. I'll propose a compatibility trial. Measurable outcomes, shared duties, observed results. Engineering demands tests. Seraph tilted her head, mandibles parting in what might be a smile. A trial? Like your machines? Precisely. Cohabitation under monitor. Daily tasks. Diplomacy sims, survival drills, cultural exchanges. Score them. If we hit 80% synergy, I accept. The Kron laughed, a grating bark. Absurd. He'll fail your daughter's tests. Expose him. Thalia's eyes flicked to Eli, assessing. He treats me like an equation. Intriguing. Rokel consulted his slate, claws tapping. Precedent exists in betrothal rights, but sabotage risks. Seraph cut him off. Granted. Forced proximity begins now. Chamberlain Rokel monitors. Princess Thalia, escort him to the bridal wing. Fail the trial, human, and your ships burn. Guards parted. Thalia descended the dais, her presence commanding. 4 inches taller than Eli, lithe muscle under silver scales. She gestured to a side archway. Follow, envoy. Or do humans need clauses for walking too? Eli nodded to Seraph. Terms accepted. Trial starts at 1800 standard. Vikran blocked their path, whispering to aid. Eli caught poison the chalice in veil gutturals. His translator lagged on idioms. Thalia shoved past. Move, Ossart, or join the trial as jester. They entered the bridal wing corridors, walls pulsing with vein-like lights. Rokel trailed, slate glowing. Your quarters adjoin mine, Thalia said. First test, decode this. She pressed a glyph panel. It bloomed into holographic puzzles. Veil logic traps, interlocked spheres. Eli studied it. Human pattern recognition excelled here. Their AIs trained on chaos. He traced the sequence. Rotate left. Invert core. Align vents. Spheres clicked open, releasing a scent of approval. Pheromones? Thalia's crest rose. Fast. Most suitors take hours. Practice, Eli said. Earth puzzles for fun. Rokel nodded it. Point. Human adaptability, 9/10. A chime sounded. Vikran's voice boomed from an intercom. Princess. A legal query. Treaty Subclause 12b. Humans cannot wed without genetic parity. His seed won't take. Thalia snarled. Lies. Father verified compatibility. Eli pulled his med scanner. Counter. CRISPR mods from first contact. Viable hybrids confirmed in Sims. Data packet incoming. He sank to the palace net. Files uploaded. Peer-reviewed studies. 92% success rate. Rokel reviewed. Verified. Osset fined for false claim. Thalia exhaled. Tension easing. Direct. Honest. Rare. Dinner arrived via drone. Spiced larvae, crystal fruits. Vat protein for Eli. They ate in silence at a low table. Rokel observing. Second test. Thalia said. Diplomacy. Simulate Krasari negotiation. Hollow projected a snarling ambassador. Tentacles waving demands. Eli leaned in. Concede trade 10%. Gain fleet access. Mirror their posture. Subservience signals weakness. He mimicked the hunch. Thalia countered as Krasari. Eli pivoted. Offered gifts of human tech, self-repairing hulls. Holo bowed. Victory. Thalia's tail brushed his leg. Accidental? You read cues I missed. Score? Rokel. Synergy rising. 75%. Night fell. Shared bedchamber loomed. One massive platform, silken webs. Veil norm proximity bred trust. Eli claimed a corner pallet. Boundaries first. Consent clause. Dahlia laughed soft. Clause? Humans overthink. She dimmed lights, scales glowing faintly. Sleep. Dawn drill. 0G combat. Rokel sealed the door. Monitor active. Eli lay back, pulse steady. Vecron's sabotage loomed. Scandals next, but metrics climbed. Alliance forming one test at a time. A soft scrape. Thalia shifted closer. Why this path, Mercer? Power? Survival, he murmured. Yours and mine. Her claw grazed his arm. Test or touch. Prove it tomorrow. Outside, Vecron's shadow slipped past guards, vial in hand. The real trial began. Click. The outer door locked with finality. Eli's wristcom buzzed. Cohabitation addendum ratified. Welcome to Wing Vale, Envoy Mercer. Courtship protocol engaged. He stood in the antechamber, duffel slung over his shoulder. Princess Thalia crossed her arms, scales rippling silver under the glow orbs. Guards flanked the corridor behind her. 6 veiled warriors, claws sheathed but eyes sharp. Sign here, she said, thrusting a hollow pad. Or leave, now. Eli scanned the terms. Shared quarters, joint duties, no exit without mutual consent. Standard veiled dynasty forge, proximity hammered trust from strangers. He pressed his thumbprint. Signed. Let's integrate. Thalia's tail flicked. Integrate? This is duty, human. Follow my rules. She led him into the guarded wing. Marble-veined walls pulsed with security veins. Biolocked, drone patrolled. Her chambers sprawled. Armory nook, strategy holotable. One vast bed platform webbed in silken filaments. No separate rooms. Forced proximity, vial style. Rule 1, Thalia said, halting at the holotable. No unscheduled contact with court. All diplomacy routes through me. Eli nodded, unpacking his kit. Toolkit first. Multi-adatters, data slates, treaty drafts. Noted. Logs everything? Rule 2. Her claw tapped the table. Palace etiquette. Bow at 37 degrees. Address superiors as exalted. Tail space. 2 meters minimum unless invited. He straightened, mimicking the bow from memory. Protocol vids. Pre-arrival cram. 37 degrees. Exalted. Got it? Thalia circled him, assessing. Rule 3. Non-negotiable. Protect the bloodline. Fail, and the treaty voids. Queen Mother's decree. Understood. Eli pulled up the shared schedule on the holotable. A veiled nightmare of overlapping ceremonies, drills, audiences. Color-coded chaos, no buffers. This is our ops board now. Her ridges furrowed. What? He overlaid his template. Checkboxes, timelines, dependencies, joint operations checklist, public post to wingnet. Transparency builds sync. Thalia snatched the controls, scanned. You rewrite my schedule. Optimize it. Drill at dawn. 0G sim. Buffer for prep. Audience with Rocal. Pre-brief packet. Dinner. Allergy flags for human vat protein. She hesitated. Claws hovered, then approved the push. Public. Bold. Veil hide weaknesses. Humans flag them. Fix faster. Eli synced his wristcom. Wingnet lit up. Guards' feeds pinged acknowledgments. A chime. Chamberlain Rokel entered. Robes whispering, "Princess." Envoy. Protocol audit. Thalia stiffened. "Proceed, Chamberlain." Rokel unrolled a scroll. Ancient vellum, etched with glyphs. Per courtship canon, first joint right, essence exchange. Envoy must present lineage relic. Unannounced. Eli cross-checked his slate. Treaty draft clause 14b. Cultural rights optional pending mutual adaptation. He projected it. Chamberlain, honored, exalted. Canon defers to treaty interoperability addendum. Page 47. No unannounced impositions, pre-30 cycle acclamation. Rokel's frills quivered. Loophole lawyering? Veiled tradition. Cites draft verbatim. Eli highlighted the text. Blocks. Cleanly. Propose reschedule post-checklist item 2.3. Etiquette sync. Silence. Thalia's tail curled approvingly. Rokel retracted the scroll. Astute audit passed. For now. He glided outdoor, hissing shut. Thalia exhaled. You turned his trap inside out. Pattern recognition. He controls access. Treat as variable. Eli slotted the toolkit away. Next, dawn drill? She dimmed the orbs. Bed first. Veil norm. Eli claimed his corner pallet insulated foam human-sized. Thalia webbed into the platform center, scales dimming to pearl. No words. Sleep came fast. Dawn klaxon blared. Zero-G combat sim engaged. The chamber floor irised open, anti-grav field snapped on. Thalia launched, claws extended, a silver blur. Eli rolled midair, mag boots flicking off. He parried her strike. Wrist lock from Academy drills. Form check. Elbow high. She twisted free, tail whipping. Human soft skill. Padrone fired stun pellets. He spun, shielding her flank. Blocked 2, team metric cover arcs. Grabbed a wall handle, yanked her into tandem spin. Pellets whiffed. Thalia reversed, pinning him to the ceiling web. Breath hot on his neck. Yield. Sink at 82%. Eli tapped his comm-drill logs, auto-uploaded to the checklist. Pass, she released, drifting down. Metrics again. Obsession. Efficient, he remagged boots. Breakfast? Public feeds buzzed. Wing guards murmured approval. Human held in Veil 0. No dominance. Partnership. Mid-morning drone delivered missives. Eli scanned while Thalia prepped for counsel. Vikran Osset requests audience. Urgent treaty clarification. Thalia snarled. Trap. He lobbies Queen for match veto. Ignore. Checklist pinged. Item 4.1. Rival mitigation. Eli drafted a response. Public log. Clarification deferred to joint review. Crite Treaty 9. C. No solo overrides. Post? She nodded. Do it. Vekran's reply fired back. Court net viral. Human evades. Proof of unworthiness. Essence lacking. Thalia's claws dug into the table. Scandal bait. Eli pulled archives. Veiled noble codes. Counter. Challenge his standing. He skipped last fleet levy. Public record. Frame as distraction tactic. Risky. But she leaned in, watching him code the rebuttal. Clean. Factual. Posted. Court chatter shifted. Guards nodded at Eli in the halls. Lunch. Crystal fruits. Larvae skewers. Thalia pushed that protein his way. Eat. Build mass. He complied. Alliance metric. Trust vector up 12%. She laughed, sharp, genuine. Tail brushed his calf under the table. Intentional? Afternoon audience. Queen Sereth summoned them to Throne Vault. Towering, edged in obsidian kitten, she loomed. Progress, daughter. Human endures. Thalia bowed 37 degrees. Endures, mother. Synergizers. Eli bowed, precise. Exalted queen. Checklist at 91%. Treaty viable. Sereth's eyes narrowed. Multifaceted piercing. Vecran whispers poison. Proved dynasty safeguard. Data enclosed. Eli uploaded logs, protocol blocks, drill sinks, puppet posts. Measurable. She scanned. Frills relaxed fractionally. Methodical. Veil feel. Human think complement. Dismissed them. Back in wing. Door sealed anew. Courtship deepens. Comm buzzed. Thalia dimmed lights early. Second night. Closer weave. Eli checked pallet. Boundaries hold. She tugged him toward the platform. Test passed. Trust earned. Scales warmed against his side. Claw traced his arm. Light. Exploratory. Pulse quickened. Human norm. Adapt. Sink. Her muzzle nudged his shoulder. Rising. Outside, a shadow paused. Vecran. Vial glinting. He smeared it on the door seal. Slow dissolve toxin. Untraceable. Scandal dawn. Human poisons air's wing. Inside. Oblivious. Eli mapped tomorrow's checklist. Thalia's breath synced with his. Bond forged. Metric by metric. But vial dripped. Corrosion. Whispered. Trial escalated. Thalia slammed the ceremonial platter onto the stone table. Steam curled from skewers of glistening vat protein, flanked by bowls of iridescent gel fruit and coiled root pasts. Her tail flicked sharp. Eat, human. Prove alliance without shaming Vale House. One wrong grimace voids the treaty. Eli sat up from the platform pallet. Scales pressed warm against his back where she'd curled overnight. He rubbed sleep from his eyes. Checklist priority. Survive breakfast diplomacy. Princess. Ingredients first. Allergen scan standard protocol. She crossed her arms, frills flaring. Claws tapped the tray edge. No scans. Taste pure. Veil bond through palate. Raw trust. He swung his legs off the pallet. Field kit lay within reach, clipped to his belt. Humans didn't guess with biology. He snapped it open. 1 minute. Non-invasive. Treaty holds if viable. The scanner hummed. He swept it over the platter. Green lights flickered. No histamines. No neural toxins. Partial proteins unidentified. Disclosure terms. List components. Builds mutual data. Thalia leaned in. Muzzle inches from his. Sulfur sweet breath mixed with vat spice. Clever dodge. But right demands taste bond. Lick salt from my claw. Seal flavors in shared vein. Refuse, and court calls insult. Her claw extended. Dipped in crimson paste. Held steady. Eli's pulse ticked up. Goal. Eat without incident. Conflict right escalated stakes. He eyed the claw. Sharp, but clean. Negotiate right. Propose cultural exchange ledger. I submit to taste bond. You disclose 1 ingredient per human custom I share. Her eyes widened. Multifaceted gleam. Ledger, quantify bond. Tail coiled around his ankle. Exploratory squeeze. Intriguing. Counter. 2 ingredients for 1 custom. Equal trade. 1 for 1. Starts now. He took her claw gently. Tongue flicked the paste. Tart burst. Citric acid analog. Protein binder. No reaction. Human custom. Pre-meal allergen check. Your turn. Primary protein source. Thalia withdrew her claw. Licked residue herself. Frills rippled pleasure. That clone of deep hive grubs. Sterile, masked, safe for soft skins. She pushed a skewer his way. Your bite seals first ledger entry. Eli speared a chunk. Chewed deliberate. Chewy, umami-rich. Human gut adapted fast. Viable. Acceptable. He swallowed. Next custom. Humans share meals. Family style. Past dishes. No hierarchy. He slid the platter toward her. She snatched a gelfruit bowl. Scooped with claw. Veil hierarchy. Host feeds guest. She stabbed a fruit. Held it to his lips. Juice stripped. Open. Pulse steady. Trust metric. Rising. He parted the lips. Bit down. Sweet tang flooded. Her claw lingered, brushing his lower lip. Ledger balanced. Your root paste base? Spine root. Fire fermented. She fed herself next. Muzzle worked efficient. Custom 2. Veil scent mark meals. Inhale host's aura. She leaned close. Nape frill pulsed pheromones. Musk earth inviting. Eli inhaled. Logged scent profile mentally. Human equivalent. Wine toast. But substitute. Water. Clink. He tapped his canteen against her bowl. Clear ping echoed. Laughter barked from her. Genuine. Throaty. Primitive. Effective. Tail tightened on his ankle. Pulled him fractionally closer. Eat more. Build mass for rights ahead. He complied. Skewer after skewer. That protein fueled him. Energy metric. Optimal. Between bites. Ledger filled. Human napkin protocol. Wipe post-meal. He demonstrated with sleeve scrap. Veil claw lick honor. She extended again. He licked clean. Salty. Residue. Her frill quivered. Dish by dish they traded. Gel fruit enzymes revealed as hive sap. Human custom. Burp suppression. Polite swallow. A counter. Belch rhythm signals satiety. Eli mimicked low rumble. She approved with claw tap to his chest. Plate neared. Empty. Tension eased. Thalia's tail unwound. Then recoiled higher. Mid-calf. Brushing inner. Intentional heat. Ledger bonds us. Trust vector. 24%. Echoed his metrics back. Respect gleamed. Eli wiped his mouth. Alliance. Viable. Next. Public demo. Door seal hummed. Standard lock. But faint hiss registered. Corrosion? She rose. Stretched scales taut. Court awaits. Chamberlain schedules audience. Claw traced his jaw. Light. You endure, human. Synergize deeper tonight. Pulse quickened. Human norm. Adapt. Sync confirmed. Door chime buzzed. Chamberlain Rokel entered without wait. Protocol master glided in, robes whispering. Multi-lenses scanned the remnants. Princess. Envoy. Feast complete. Optics prepared. Thalia bowed precisus. 30 degrees. Ledger sealed. Human worthy. Rokel nodded fraction. Claws steepled. The Kron contests right validity. Demands witness reenactment. Procedural trap. Unlogged ingredients. Void bond. Eli stood. Kit closed. Logs uploaded real time. Comms relay active. He tapped wrist pad. Data beam to neutral orbiter drone. Rokel's frills twitched. Furrow. Eyed. Door seal. Fate etch marks gleamed. Seal anomaly. Inspect. Thalia spun. Sniffed. Toxin trace. Slow dissolve. Scandal bait. Eli knelt. Scanner out. Red ping. Untraceable variant. Door smeared pre-dawn. Vecron signature matches court whispers. Rokel sealed the chamber. Proof change to rival. Queen summons. Treaty pivot. Expose sabotage. Thalia's tail lashed. Claws flexed toward Eli. Protective curl. You mapped it first. Human think. Veil act. Eli nodded. Checklist updated. Sabotage neutralized. Alliance metric, 87%. Proceed to throne vault. They marched corridors. Guards parted. Whispers trailed. Veil court buzzed. Vecron Osset waited in antechamber. Smug posture. Vile residue on sleeve cuff. Eli's scanner caught it mid-stride. Queen Sereth loomed on throne dais. Obsidian chitin gleamed under vault lights. Multi-eyes fixed. Report. Door poisoned. Hair endangered? Thalia bowed deep. Human detected. Logged. Vecron culprit. Vecron stepped forward. Slander. No proof binds. Eli uploaded scans. Holo projected. Toxin match. Smear timestamps. Cuff fibers. Chain complete. Legal loophole closed. Sereth's frills surged. Rival exposed. Banishment. God seized Vecron. He snarled. Dragged away. Queen's gaze shifted, piercing on Eli. Methodical. Protects without grasp. Marriage viable? Thalia tensed beside him. Tail brushed his. Affirmative. Eli bowed. Exact. Checklist. 95%. Treaty ready. Sereth rose. Chiton clacked. Sign now. Alliance forged. Parchment unrolled. Claws and stylus danced. Eli signed human standard precise loop. Thalia beside her mark intertwined. Ink dried. Cheers erupted. Court frills waved. But Rokel leaned close. Whispered to Eli. Vecron's web deeper. Second vial in transit. Ceremony chalice. Eli's jaw set. Scanner ready. One rom sip now. Treaty dust. Thalia's claw gripped his. Sink. Rising. He eyed the approaching chalice bearer. Shadow of poison loomed. The chalice bearer halted 3 paces from the throne dais. Gold filigree gleamed on the vessel. Eli's wrist scanner beeped. Toxin signature matched Vecron's cuff residue. Positive hit. He stepped forward, hand shot out. Hold. Court frills froze mid-wave. Thalia's claw tightened on his sleeve. Queen Sereth's multi-eyes narrowed. Scanner confirms, Eli said. Uploaded data streamed to the central hollow. Red markers bloomed. Vial trace, dispersal pattern, lethal dose for veil physiology. Second attempt. Vecron's supply chain. Guards yanked the bearer down. He babbled protocols. Rokel signaled. Interrogation chamber prepped. Sereth's frill flattened. Alliance sealed. Poisoner executed at dawn. Ceremony. A noble pushed through the ranks. Lord Cress, the Kron's proxy. Silk robes swirled. He smiled, fangs glinting. Sovereign, a legal petition arrives, filed by Lord Vecrenosit before banishment. Objection to the Union. Gasps rippled. Eli's jaw clenched. Scanner logged the timing. Preemptive strike. Cress unrolled the data scroll. Holotext flared. Human fiancé unproven. Demands public competency challenge per code 47. Alpha. Prove viability in veiled trials, or marriage dissolves pre-consummation. Thalia hissed low. Her tail coiled tight against Eli's leg. Restraint signal. Saraith leaned forward. Chitin rasped stone. Tribunal convenes. Dawn. Thalia, present your consort as viable by sunrise. Fail. Treaty voids. Thalia bowed sharp. As commanded. Court emptied in ordered waves. Rokel barred the vault doors. Eli followed Thalia down torchlit halls. Her stride clipped stone urgency metric high. Sink? Eli asked. Kept pace. She glanced back. Multi-eyes flickered. Vecran's Code 47 exploits off-worlder gaps. Trials test sovereignty. Combat. Lore. Humans lack chitin. You'll fracture. Eli pulled his compad. Checklist. Map threats. Need palace records. Faction charts. Prior challenges. Vikran's allies. Thalia halted. Claw tapped chin. Archives sealed. Chamberlain approves only. Request him. Eli met her gaze. One night, data solves. She signaled a guard. Rokel appeared minutes later, shadow silent. Eli laid it out. Access codes. Full dump. Rokel tilted his crest. Scanned Eli's prior logs. Poison chains. Faction pings. Worth measures in traps past, Rokel murmured. Past a crystal key. Full vault. Sunrise claims you. Thalia led to her wing. Data streams flooded Eli's compad. He patched into ship link. AI crunched patterns. Vecran's web. 3 proxies in court. Trade block backing. Legal precedents twisted for 80% failure rate on non-veil. Thalia paced. Brewed stim tea. Bitter steam curled. Why checklists? Veil act on instinct. Eli highlighted a node. Instinct misses variables. Mapped. Cress leads objection. Osset funds from exile. Queen tests protection, not conquest. He spun the hollow. Factions color-coded. Loyal blues rival reds. Alliance metric, 62%. Plugged leaks rises. The frill perked. First time tonight. You see threads like web weavers. No veil maps so clean. Engineering. Eli synced her claw to compad. Shared view. Joint up. Your lore fills gaps. Hours blurred. Thalia recited codes. Sovereignty oaths laced with Talon dual history. Eli cross-referenced. Standardized tests buried in annexes. No noble used them, but Kron banked on chaos. Dawnlight pierced vault slits. They marched to tribunal amphitheater. Tiered benches packed, frills quivered. Vecron chained in lower pit, snarling up. Cress at podium. Sereth centered. Obsidian throne dominant. Thalia presented. Consort Ellie Mercer. Viable. Cress laughed. Scroll flared. Prove it. Code 47-3 trials. Sovereignty vow. Combat proxy. Lore recitation. Fail one union ends. Eli stepped to the mark. Compot holstered. Compulse. Accept, but standardize. Holo records all claims. Precedents in force. Annex 12B. No ad-libs. Murmurs swelled. Cress faltered. What? Annex 12B, Eli repeated. Projected text. Challenges codified post-Rebellion 9. Vague trials voided. Pick from list. Vowscript 4C. Dual form 2A. Law set prime. Sareth's eyes gleamed. Human invokes law. Proceed standardized. Cress, choose or withdraw. Cress scanned. Sweat beaded his crest. Vecran thrashed chains below. Vow first, script 4C. Off-worlded tongue twists it. Eli nodded. Hollow prompted the ancient veil runes. He recited. Phoneme sharp, rhythm locked from Phalia's drills. No stutter. Court frills surged in shock. Past, Rokel intoned. Scored it live. Law next, Cress snapped. Prime set. 50 edicts. Eli pulled memorized grid. Recited flawlessly. Trade pacts, border wars, queen lines. AI had chunked it overnight. Thalia's claw brushed his back. Approval pulse. Passed unanimous. Sarith declared. Frill full bloom. Cress paled. Combat. Proxy duel. My champion. Arena floor cleared. Vecran's fighter emerged. Shitten brute. Talons filed to blades. Eli drew issue blade. Human alloy. Balanced. No power armor. Rules. Barred it. Brute. Charged. Talon slashed air. Eli sidestepped. Drill pattern from Sims. Scanner pinged weak joints. Left knee scar. Frill nerve cluster. He fainted low. Blade tapped knee. Non-lethal nick. Brute roared. Overcommitted. Eli spun. Pummel struck frill nerve. Brute dropped. Pinned. Court erupted. Thalia's tail wrapped his waist. Victory coil. First public touch. Sareth rose. Trials cleared. Objection dismissed. Vecran, exile permanent. Transgressors purged. Guards hauled Vecran deeper. Cress bowed out, faction red scattering. Eli sheathed blade. Thalia leaned close. Breath warm on his neck. Viable. Beyond measure. Metric. 92%, he murmured. Compad. Pinged incoming. Rokel's note. Queen's private audience. Final rite. Sareth beckoned. Consorts approach. Chalice renewed. True bond. Fresh bearer advanced. Scanner clear. But Eli caught a flicker. Thalia's eyes darted to shadows. A hidden frill wave from Rokel. Deeper web. Thalia's claw gripped harder, sync rising. Eli nodded. One last variable loomed. Rokel thrust the vow scroll forward. Recite. Line 1. I, Ellie Mercer, yield domain to Veil Crest Eternal. Ellie scanned the glyphs mid-unfurl. Compad hummed. Real-time pass. Thalia stood rigid beside him, tail tip twitching. Queen's throne loomed 10 paces off. Sareth's frill half-veiled in shadow. Court packed the chamber. Nobles' eyes gleamed. Guards flanked every arch. Yield domain? Eli echoed, voice steady. He tapped pause on his cuff. Full pass first, line by line. Rokel's frills stiffened. Tradition binds. Recite now. Tradition adapts. Eli projected the scroll onto the chamber holo screen. Glyphs bloomed large for all. Court witnesses. Translate verbatim, or halt. Murmurs rippled. Thalia's claw grazed his sleeve. Alert pulse. Sereth leaned forward, unblinking. Rokel hissed. Insolence. Proceed. Eli ignored him. Cumpid chirped. Line 1, clean pledge fealty. Line 2, mutual protection. He recited those flawlessly, eyes locked on Thalia. Her gaze held, measuring. Line 12 glowed suspect. Pause this, Eli said. Holoscreen zoomed. I bind us thrall to Queen's will, consort shadowed, no voice in edict. Gasps echoed. Thalia's tail lashed. Rokel waved dismissal. Ancient phrasing. Honorific. Bullshit. Eli's fingers stabbed the glyph cluster. Thrall means captive. Shadowed. No legal standing. I sign as equal envoy. Or nothing. Court froze. Sereth's frill flared crimson. Rage or amusement? Thalia stepped forward, voice cut crystal. Chamberlain, heirs. Script forged. She snatched the scroll, claws scoring edge. Witness, true line reads, consort equal, voice unbound. Vakran's mark, hidden ink. Rokel recoiled. Highness. Silence. Thalia overwrote the holoscreen herself. Fresh glyphs flowed. We bind equal. Voices twin in edict. Crests merge, not swallow. She locked eyes with Eli. Sign now or void? Eli nodded once. Equal terms. Done. They recited in sync. Her voice wove with his. Harmonic resonance hummed through the chamber's stone. Court nobles bowed low. Sereth rose, chalice raised. Bond sealed. Treaty stands. Thalia's tail coiled his leg. Possession sealed. Eli's scanner pinged. Her sync at 94%. Progress. Guards cleared the floor. Rokel bowed out. Frill limp. But Eli caught the Chamberlain's glance to a side alcove. Data packet beamed. Intercepted. Private now, Sereth commanded. Doors sealed. Only the three remained. Queen, princess, human. Sereth extended the chalice. Amber fluid swirled. Drink. True vow. Eli sipped first. Scanner clear. No toxin. Thalia matched. Warmth spread. Her pupils dilated. Frill blooming toward him. Viable might, Sereth murmured. Dynasty secured. Humans solve. Eli set the cup down. Alliance metrics straight up 40%, borders stable. Next, joint fleet drills. Thalia's laugh barked. Rare sound. Practical. I lead Sims. Sereth nodded approval. Go. Bond strengthens treaty. They exited the corridor glow. Thalia's claw linked his arm. Sync holds. Vekran purged, yet compad buzzed. Urgent flash. Court feeds exploding. Scandal dossier leaked. Human consort, Earth criminal, forged docs. Eli pulled the stream. Hollow images. Fake arrest logs. Eli Mercer, pirate, traitor. Vekran's watermark faint in metadata. Thalia snarled. Exile strikes from shadows. Optics kill us. Not today. Eli patched his compad to public courtnet. Full rehearsal transcript. Undeaded. Upload. Now. Data surged. Every line, every parse, Rokel's throglyph exposed. Thalia's correction time-stamped. Vikran's hidden ink spectro-analyzed. Court channels flipped. Forgery confirmed. Nobles posted outrage. Human exposes plot. Vecron's faction crumbled online. Exile feeds went dark. Thalia gripped tighter. Metric shift. Your counter. Perfect. Eli checked sync. 96%. Standard procedure. Publish facts. They reached her chambers. Door irised open. Inside, silks draped low. She pulled him in. Tail wrapped full. Fact. Sync demands proof. Her frill brushed his chest. Eli's hand traced her scale ridge. Response mapped from Sims. She shivered. Claws tugged his tunic. Equal terms, he said. Kiss landed firm. Heat built. Her body molded. Alien curves yielding. Tail pinned him playful. He countered, hands mapping pressure points. Gasp synced. Post-peak. She curled against him. Alliance real, not statecraft. Engineered, Eli murmured. Compad pinged. Treaty ratified. 98% noble buy-in. Dawn filters glowed. Thalia stirred. Fleet, brief, today. You lead human tactics. Eli rose, checklist queuing. Scanner caught anomaly. Chamberlain's alcove signal lingered. Rokel's web. Deeper. Door chime. Urgent, Sarith's voice. Intruders. Vecran's remnant strikes. Blaster fire echoed halls. Thalia armed. Blade out. Eli grabbed his U-pistol. Sync hit 98%. Fight loomed. Blaster fire cracked the corridor walls. Eli Mercer ducked low. Issue pistols gripped tight. Thalia Vale spun beside him, her blade humming with charged edge. Remnants. Vecrons, diehards. She hissed, her tail lashed, frill flaring alert. Queen Sereth's voice boomed from the chamber door. To the vaults. Protocol lockdown. Eli scanned his compad. Hall schematics overlaid reality. Blaster bolts scorched tiles 10 meters ahead. 2 agents. Vecran livery under cloaks, flanked a breach panel. Not vaults, Eli said. Signing chamber. Treaty holds now. Thalia's scales rippled out. Lockdown seals it. Safe path only. Override works. Eli bolted forward. Thalia matched stride, blade slashing a stun round midair. They hit the junction. Alarms wailed empire-wide. Red lights pulsed. Full security lockdown. Doors irised shut across the palace, isolating wings. Nobles' chatter spiked on coordinate panic feeds. Ahead, the royal wing bulkhead clamped. Thalia skidded. Restricted. Breach means execution. Eli didn't stop. He slapped his compad to the access plate. Human embassy override. Emergency diplomatic continuity. Code pulsed. Vale Empire protocols cross-referenced his clearance from yesterday's ratification ping. Gears whirred. Door hissed open 3 centimeters. Thalia stared. You mapped our fail-safes. Standard audit. Eli wedged his boot in, pistol covering the gap. Fleet brief waits. Signing first. She nodded sharp, tail coiling approval. Safe path branches left follow. They plunged into the dim service vein, royal safe path, narrow and scale-lined. Thalia's claws clicked conduits. Eli's boots thudded human-heavy. Distant blasts echoed. Her frill brushed his arm. Sync signal. 98% steady. Footsteps ahead. 3 agents rounded the bend, blasters raised. Vecron's sigil gleamed on pauldrons. Shrieters halt! Thalia lunged. Blade met blaster stock. Sparks flew. She twisted, tail whipping one's knee. Crunch. He dropped. Eli fired twice. Precise bursts. Shoulder. Leg. Non-lethal takedown. Third agent lunged at him. Vibro dagger out. Eli sidestepped, pistol butt cracking jaw. Agent slumped. Thalia dispatched her pair with efficient slashes. Disabled. Not dead. She sheathed blade. Direct. No waste. Preserve testimony. Eli zip-tied them with cord from his kit. Compad snapped hollow evidence. Courtnet live. Upload. Data beamed. Feeds lit. Vecran agents caught mid-sabotage. Nobles, outrage surged. They sprinted on. Safe path dumped them at the signing chamber's rear iris. Locked. Solid. Outside chaos filtered. Sariath's guards barking orders. Eli patched compad again. Diplomatic seal active. Override sequence. Alpha Tango 7. Door parted. Inside, the grand vault gleamed. Crystal treaty tables centered. Hollow projections flickering stalled. Queen Sareth stood rigid, crown scales arched. Chamberlain Rokel hovered, glyphs twitching on his data slate. Vectran Osset loomed opposite, feigning shock, his ploy to trigger lockdown and isolate Thalia, derailing the formal ink. Thalia burst in first. Saboteurs down. Path clear. Sarith's eyes locked on Eli. You breached protocol. Eli strode to the table. Treaty ratification at 98%. Sign now. Live verification. He synced compad to the central orb. Hollow bloomed. Noble polls. 92% buy-in post-exposure. Agent feed streamed real-time. Vecron sneered. Lockdown void ceremony. No princess, no match. Thalia stepped forward, tail lashing. Present. Eli cleared the path. Rokel cleared vents. His alcove signal from dawn? Eli noted it. File for later. Metrics confirm, the Chamberlain murmured. Human competence, extraordinary. Sareth's frill eased. Proceed. Pens activated. Vecran's hand hovered. Eli leaned in. Live scan, ink spectro on. Forgery flags auto-publish. Vecran signed stiff. Thalia's claw mark sealed next, precise loop. Eli's signature flowed human smooth. Sarith's crowned flourish, locked at orb, pulsed green. Alliance ratified. 99% consensus. Courtside feeds exploded. Human overrides lockdown. The Kron exposed again. Cheers rippled hulls. Thalia's tail brushed Eli's leg. Subtle coil. Sync hit 90%. Sarith nodded once. Dynasty secured. Human tactics lead. Fleet brief. Rokel bowed. Schedules realign. Vecran stalked out. Faction whispers dying. Eli checked compad. Anomaly cleared. No lingering signals, but chamber shadows held eyes. Deeper web. Blaster echo faded. Distant. Gods dragged agents past. Thalia gripped his arm. You walked through alarms. Why? Checklist. Eli holstered pistol. Alliance metrics demand it. Her scales warned against him. Fact. Bond holds. Sareth turned. Fleet now. Intruders routed, but remnants hunt. Door irised, hull lights steadied. Eli cued Sims. Next threat loomed. Thalia leaned close. Together, they moved as one. Sync peaked. Chamberlain's slate pinged private. Rokel's glyph flickered warning. Vikron's exile feed. No, Cirrus' private channel. Eli glimpsed code. Test passed. Deeper alliance. Gunfire cracked anew. Far wing. Guards mobilized. Thalia's blade hummed ready. Eli's pistol cleared leather. On schedule. They charged into the fray. Eli burst through the irised door, pistol snapping up. Blaster bolts scorched the air. 2 Vecran loyalists crouched at the corridor's end, rifles spitting fire. Thalia vaulted left, her blade igniting with a high whine. She slashed the first assailant's weapon arm clean off. Green ichor sprayed tiles. Eli dropped to one knee. Checklist. Target acquisition. Windage 0. Trigger squeeze. His shots punched center mass. The second loyalist crumpled, rifle clattering. Silence dropped hard. Thalia spun. Tail lashing check for flanks. Clear left. Your scan? Compat confirms. Eli swept the hall. No heat blooms. 3 down total. Remnants routed. He holstered smooth, eyes on her scales. They gleamed under emergency strobes. Warmer hue now, post-sync. Guards piled in behind. Blasters leveled. Rokel pushed forward, slate glowing. Chamberlain's lockout held. Bekran's codes purged. His tendrils twitched approval. Human override bought the seconds. Sereth strode up, crown facets catching light. Her presence pulled every gaze. Report. Fleet brief delayed. Eli tapped his compad. Intruders from service ducks. Bekran's signal traced. Exile feed was baked. He pulled the captured rifle. Modded for palace bypass. Sabotage vector neutralized. Thalia sheathed her blade. Her claw grazed his wrist, deliberate. You charged first. No hesitation. Metrics. Eli met her eyes. Gold flecks swirled in violet. Bond sync at 99%. Alliance demands action. Cirith's mandibles clicked once. Laughter. Rare. Human competence. Courts whisper. Impossible. We prove them wrong. She signaled guards. Interrogate the live one. Rokel. Reconvene throne hall. Full card. Rokel bowed sharp. Schedules pivot. 5 minutes. They moved as unit. Thalia matched Eli's stride, shoulder brushing. Her scent ozone and spice cut through cordite. Eli cued Sims on compad. Fleet vectors plotted. Joint mission, patrol fringe worlds, smash Vecran pirate cells. Throne hall refilled fast. Holo feeds hummed live galaxy-wide. Nobles filed in, whispers dying under Sereth's glare. Vecran's empty dais gaped. His faction huddled rear ranks, tails coiled tight. Sereth mounted dais. Alliance ratified. Marriage sealed. Her voice boomed. But dynasty endures test. Human Eli Mercer. You walked alarms, broke lockdown, routed foes. Court saw. Eli stood center aisle. Thalia flanked him. Princess regalia pristine despite fray. Sync pulse thrummed between them. Subdermal implant link, alien tech meshed to human nerve, yet choice remains. Cirith's eyes locked his. Exit clause invokes now. Reject the bond. Walk free. No reprisal. Treaty holds on alliance alone. Decide. Court watches. Gasps rippled. Feeds spiked. Vecran remnants leaned forward. claws flexing. Eli blinked once. Standard protocol. He'd scanned the clause pre-signing. Opt-out post-ratification. Queen's mercy test. Humility check. He turned to Thalia. Private vote. Your word first. Her tail stiffened. Surprise. Flashed scales azure. Script demands Queen's dictate. Political chain. No chain. Eli kept voice level. Free choice. Metrics fail without it. Thalia stepped close. Voice dropped for him alone. Duty bound me. Resented the trade. Claw traced his palm. Light pressure. You treat vows like engineering. Checklists over crowns. Honest measure. She raised voice, rejecting script. I choose. Vow mine. Eli Mercer. Human envoy. By bind scales to skin. Fleet together. Dynasty. Ours. Court hushed. Cirith's mandibles parted approval. Rokel's slate pinged, consensus climbing. Eli nodded, accepted. No exit. He faced Cirith. Joint mission starts now. Patrol Vecran fringes. My Sims, your scouts, eradicate cells. Cirith's crown pulsed ascent, sealed deeper. She extended claw. Hollow orb materialized, scanning anew. Green lock, 99.7% sync. Courts confirm. Cheers erupted. Feeds blazed. Princess claims human. Vikran crushed. Thalia's tail coiled his leg. Firm anchor. Together, she murmured. Scales flushed deeper. Rokel sidled near. Warning glyph sent. The Crane's exile broadcast false flag incoming. Optics war. Eli cued blocks. Handled. Guards hauled the captured loyalist forward. He snarled, mandibles dripping. Vekran lives. Loophole strikes. Marriage invalid. Human blood taints throne. Cirith waved dismissal. Legal purge complete. Your lord exiled. Eli leaned in, pistol humming low. Confess codes. Save the checklist. Loyalist cracked under glare. Ducts. Fringe relay. Pirates inbound. Compod chimed. Eli pulled Sims. Confirmed. Fleet vector locked. Cirith rose. Alliance leads. Human tactics. Veil blades. Depart on cycle. Court dispersed in roar. Thalia pulled Eli aside into alcove shadows. Door sealed. Private. Her claws framed his face. Why the vote? Queen's command. Eli traced her jaw scale. Smooth as alloy. Engineering truth. Forced bonds fracture. Free ones hold stress. She pressed close. Lip soft ridges brushed his. Kiss ignited sink surge. Eat bloomed. Fact. You impress. Tail-wrapped waist. Teach me checklists. Live scan first. Eli grinned rare. Hands mapped her form. Scales yielding warm. Anomaly clear. Laughter bubbled hers. Blades hummed idle nearby. Rokel's slate pinged outside. Schedule nudge. They parted, synced tighter. Hall lights dimmed to quarters wing. Eli checked compard en route. Fringe Sims ran hot. Pirate signatures massing. Vekran's last play. Thalia gripped his arm. Bunt together. Guards peeled off. Private corridor gleamed. Door to shared chambers irised. Inside, hollow stars wheeled overhead. Princess bed loomed. Vast, scaled silks. Eli stripped vest. Pistol on nightstand. Checklist end. Secure rest cycle. Thalia shed regalia. Scales full gleam. Bond test passed. Deeper now. He pulled her down. Skin met scale. Sync peaked 100%. No words. Bodies aligned. Human endurance. Alien fire. Dom cycle broke. Alarms wailed soft. Combat flashed. Pirate fleet jumped in. System. Vecran signature. Lead ship. Eli rolled up, pistol in hand. Thalia's blade. Ignited. On schedule. They charged out Alliance forged in fire. Deeper web unraveled ahead. Rokel's glyph flickered. Ambush. Vector plotted. Human-led. Sereth's channel pinged open. Dynasty flies with you. Shuttle bay doors ground. Fighters screamed launch. Thalia's claw locked his. Ours. Eli cued final sim. Together wins. Engines roared. Stars streaked. First contact. Vecran's bridge horror taunted. Throne falls. Eli smiled cold. Checklist starts. Blaster locks freed. Alliance salvo. Lit void.